Okay guys, it is day 37. I did try to weigh myself yesterday on day 36 on a Monday, but my battery was flat on the scales. So I'm weighing myself a day late. I don't even know if I've actually dropped weight because I feel that I'm putting on muscle. I think I was 215.2 last week, so let's see where we're at. Oh, there's a little bit. So it's 0.4 on the pound I've lost, which isn't much at all in the scope of things. If you think back to the original hardcore video trainer, when I was dropping a couple of pounds every single week for 12 weeks, I'm definitely not doing that anymore. This is the best I've ever looked. So far, so good. So, I'm going to continue on this path, and don't get discouraged if you've lost a lot of weight or you haven't lost a lot of weight. As long as you're seeing progress in the mirror and you are doing everything exactly as I've suggested in this video series, don't adjust it accordingly for yourself. If you do, then you have to take into account that you won't get the results that I am. All right, time to freaking eat. I'm starving. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is day 37 of this 8-week video trainer. We are closing that gap extremely quick. You have to put every ounce of focus and energy and application and intensity into every single day. No excuses, no weaknesses. Let's just commit and apply with intensity and get the results that we showed up for. Today's workout would be like 2 workouts because we're hitting chest and shoulders. But those some are going to be pussies. We are going to do both in one workout. We are going to isolate and compound that chest, and then isolate and compound the shoulders as well. Now remember, in regards to your nutrition, as a reminder, it changed as of yesterday, and I told you this on Sunday as well. So your protein, remember, is calculated based on your pounds of lean body mass. So if your lean body mass has come down this week, you need to recalculate, and you're taking 1.23 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Your carbohydrates have come down to 0.76 grams of starchy carbohydrates, that is, per pound of body weight. You can have your fibrous carbs, you can have your lettuce, you can have your vegetables, your green leafy vegetables, that's absolutely fine. We're not counting that. And then when the weekend comes, on Saturday and Sunday, you'll be bringing that down to 0.68 grams of carbohydrates, starchy carbs per pound of body weight. Okay, let's get into this. It may take a little bit longer than normal because we're hitting chest from different angles and shoulders from different angles. So let's keep it intense. This will be my first set, 30 reps. More reps. Okay. The reason why we're doing all this volume is obviously we want to churn up as many calories as possible, and we also want to make sure that we do the volume along with the lower volume and heavier weight, because we want to tap into both of our muscle fibers, our energy stores, ATP, glycolytic. Make sure that we leave no stone unturned, and it's good for our mental resolve. It really hardens us, because whenever the body wants to rest, the brain has to switch off and kind of protest against that. So we just did press. Didn't have to go that heavy because we were keeping it so intense. So I started off with 75 pounds for 30 repetitions, rested for 30 seconds, then I did 60 pounds, did 20, rested for 20 seconds, used the same weight for my last 10. Now I'm going to go into an incline with the flies. I don't want to involve my shoulders at all because we'll be hitting shoulders after, hence why I'm going for a fly movement at the incline. So as we went back down the weight, obviously I inclined it to about 45-degree angle just to really target underneath the clavicles and not bring in any anterior deltoid. So I selected a weight that allowed failure at 10 repetitions. That was the 95 pounds. And then once I'd done the 10 repetitions, I rested for only 10 seconds. That's all I was allowed. Whatever reps that we get, the rest follows. 10 seconds. Then I believe I went down to like the 60 pounds. And did my 15 repetitions, and then I just dropped it down to 40 pounds and barely got out my 20 repetitions to finish. Now let's hit a little bit of lower pecs. Damn, that was tough. That was our third exercise before going back down the reps. The first one that I chose was decline press on a Smith machine here. You can use a barbell. If you don't have a barbell bench, you can do decline dumbbell presses, whatever, as long as we're targeting the lower portion. So did 30 repetitions to begin with to absolute failure. Rested for only 30 seconds, did 20 repetitions, rested for 20. And then finished off with 10 repetitions. That really, really did target the lower pecs. So now, to go back, I'm gonna go onto a mid-portion exercise again, and this time it's gonna be a pec deck movement. Making sure that we mimicked the movement of the pec deck. If you have the pec deck, use that. I used 10 repetitions to absolute failure, very heavy, slow and controlled. Then rested for 10 seconds, did 15. Rested for 10 seconds and, 20, and then 30. After the 20-second rested, 30. Oh, fuck. Chest is complete. So finished off by doing a cable crossover. The pec deck machine was taken and making sure we do not have too much involvement of just compounds because we've got delts to come next. I feel really pumped. Now this is when I like to reset my brain, forget about past successes and just think about the success that's about to come because I visualized it, I've believed it, now I just got to achieve it by applying it for my shoulders. It's a separate workout within a workout. Put this to one side, file it in the cabinet in the past. Let's move forward and let's put some caps onto these clavicles. first exercise for front delts done. Started off with 30 repetitions to absolute failure. Then after 30 seconds, did 20. Then after 20, finished off with 10, except I did about 12, 13 repetitions here. Went really slow and deliberate to try to make that little bit of force and load a little bit heavier. So now we've done that, I really want to work the stretched portion of this exercise to really develop the overall look of the shoulders, which is usually hard to get that contraction and connection, but by doing this, especially with the volume and intensity, I guarantee that you will. Okay, done for front delts. So after I did it lying face down, lay on my back, and I selected a weight that allowed failure at 10 repetitions. And then after the 10-second rest, we did 15 repetitions, sorry. Then after the 15-second rest, we did 20 repetitions to finish off with. Now, when you're doing this movement, you only have to come up like halfway. As soon as you feel the tension release from the front delts, that's when you know it's time to go back down, because you should have constant tension applied upon the delts, the front delts at all time. So make sure that you really isolate the front delt, nice and controlled. Pause at the top if you can. And as you can see, to finish off with, you will have to go light because the pump that you'll get is absolutely unreal. All right, time for the next movement. Rear delts done. Stick a fork in me, sister. All right, so I've begun with the rear delts just bent over with my palms facing each other, and I chose a weight that allowed, as usual, failure at around 30 repetitions. Rested for 30 seconds, and then did 20, rested for 20, finished off with 10. Making sure that I kept my elbows flared right out to the side and kept them bent. And I didn't think about raising up, I thought about raising out. Raise outwards, it will allow you to kind of subconsciously thinking about working the delts more, because that's what the delts do. Apply the rep guide that I've said, but more than anything, reach failure within that rep range. When I went back down the repetitions from 10 and down to 15, and then finish off with 20, I did it lying face down on a bench with my palms facing behind each other now to really even further isolate the delts. And again, reach failure at around 10 repetitions. Went a little bit lighter, did 15, and then I stayed to the same weight to get the 20 because I felt the 15 was a little bit light. And then that is all she wrote. All we've got left now, a side delt. So let's get that done. Today's workout is done. So the 2 exercises that we did for side raises today was standing side raise, conventional method, making sure that your elbows, wrists and shoulders are all one line. If anything, you're putting a little bit more weight on the inside of your hand, and I like to kind of relax the inside, the fingers here. Outside of the hand is where the weight should be. So once I'd done 30 repetitions, rested for 30 seconds, did 20, rested for 20, finished with 10. I only rested for about a minute, if that, before going back down in a seated position. I tried doing 50 pounds for 10 repetitions. It was a little bit heavy in hindsight. Then I went a little bit lighter, down to the 30, barely got 15 repetitions out, and then did a lot lighter for the 20 repetitions after my 15-second rest. If you have just finished your shoulder workout, you'll know how pumped and worked your delts are from every angle. No need to do pressing here today. But anyway, that is all. I've got cardio to do, so let's wrap up and get some recage down us so we can recover, because guess what, bitches, you got arms here tomorrow. So I need from you all intensity. And as we're getting closer towards the end, do me a favor. What I want you to do tonight is go onto the Caged Muscle Facebook group and upload your progress images. You know, give us some accountability out there. Let's see how you're doing, and let me go on there and, you know, comment, and let other people go on there and comment and encourage you, because this is the time that you really need to dig deep. You will be lethargic, you will be tired, you are low on calories, we are increasing the cardio. It's fucking tough to do it by yourself. I know this, so let us all help each other, and let's get behind us and have a crowdsource of inspiration. All right, kids, that is the end of day 37's workout. We got cardio to do now. I'm just gonna finish my recaged. And you know, let the naysayers and the haters talk all they friggin' want. If they say this is overtraining, those are the ones that probably aren't transforming. You are, and we're the ones that are evolving. We're the ones that are changing. I'm freaking proud of you. Like, I know what you're going through. I'm going through this with you, as I do with every single one of my video trainers. However long that you're taking for your workouts, I'm taking longer because I'm filming with a couple of cameras here. I stick around later. I go out and film other content after. I don't have a 9 to 5. I don't have a 6 to 6. I have when I wake up to when I go to sleep at night. But I control my environment. I'm efficient with my time, and I don't come up with excuse, and neither do you. Right, I need to get my cardio done. Remember, it's 45 minutes today, and then back tomorrow, or if you may even have another cardio later on today as well in the evening. I certainly do. And then it's back tomorrow with the same intensity and focus and ferocity, because we have biceps and triceps. So let's get these guns out, baby. See you tomorrow.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, day 37. And day 37, I think it is, it's a Tuesday anyway. And I'm having my usual colonic, again, my colonic hydrotherapy. This is part of my detoxification and recovery program. As I've told you before, you know, health is the main priority and my purpose in life, and I just so happen to love working out and, you know, feeling strong and having full residence of my physique. I don't haphazardly do these things just because someone else told me about it or read about it. I study these things and learn from, I believe, are the best. I feel that so many things, I'm able to assimilate my foods, my supplements, my nutrients, my enzymes, everything that much easier without feeling sluggish or bloated. My skin has got better, my hair's got better, I feel more revitalized, less brain fog. There's so many advantages to it. Of course, you have to work with it in regards to taking additional probiotics and enzymes and vitamins and minerals after you've done something like this. You know, you can't just do this and expect your good bacteria to be there. You know, you have to work with it. I usually stay in here for about an hour. I've read quite a few pages of my book, and I've probably got about 5 minutes left here where I'm just going to chill out and relax.